to video. I am going to be playing in the background, but I wanted to go over some of the things I think that Season of the Dawn should have. You may say, you can go ahead and say that it is copyright. Well, I really don't care. Call it whatever the hell you want. I really don't care. But I even have them written down right here in front of me of what I think Season of the Dawn should have compared to Season of the Undying, which we're currently in for about a week more. Oh, by the way, if you don't know, just to throw this up at the beginning, if you're going after the season pass auto rifle and the season pass machine gun, go to Vex Offensive and get it now, because they are dropping like candy. But that's beside the point what we're talking about right now, because I wanted to go over a lot of things that either some people have already covered, or actually let's go over 7 things, because I actually forgot one other thing we should talk about. But number one, I think it should have is some sandbox changes, mainly to some gun types, because the major sandbox thing we are going to be getting is to these solar subclasses for all 3 classes. But that's the only real major update to the sandbox. There's nothing else really going to be. There's going to be some buffs and some nerfs, obviously, but if you're like, make some of the guns that are not seeing a lot of play, because personally I'm not seeing sidearms a lot. Like, I was just right now in a Vex Offensive, and I saw one person using a dead man walking the prototype sidearm from the forge. But that's the only time I've ever seen a sidearm in about a year's time. Like, make some of the gun types that are not seeing a lot of play, I hope Bungie gives them some other, like, basically gives them a look, because sidearms are not seeing a lot of play. Like, I'm not even using a sidearm in my inventory. The only sidearm I actually adore using is the Vestian Destiny Petra Banshee's pistol. Well, sidearm. It's the only one I'd actually enjoy using, unless if you want to actually do, like, you know, challenger stuff. They're really only for fun. So buff some of the gun types, and yeah. But let's move on, and let's go to and the next thing I think it should have is farmable weapons. Yes, because right now in the Season of the Undying, actually I think in 2 or 3 seasons, we've had the farmable weapons feature. And right now we have it with Vex Offensive, because as you just saw me in the background, I went to Ikora and got the pulse rifle data seed. And with the data seed, what you can do is you can farm the pulse rifle constantly, instead of relying on the RNG PS. I mean, yes, I could just go into Vex Offensive, and I could literally just go into Vex Offensive and just grind it for hours, but that would just take about 2 million years. So it's honestly, so if there is going to be new weapons released in Season of the Dawn, make them farmable, and not have us rely on RNG, because we've had that once happen where a season we had a farmable weapons feature, and it was taken away next season. Like Season of the Forge, we were able to farm the pulse rifle, the auto rifle, the hand cannon, and then the season after that, with Season of the Drifter, we had that taken away. We couldn't farm the weapon, period. Like, we couldn't farm it. Like, we couldn't farm any Gambit weapons. So we had to purely go to Gambit and rely on RNG, which is complete and utter BS if you ask me. So I also think taking away farmable weapons would be a step backwards, because it makes it to where people are able to get these god rolls or guns that they desire a lot easier. And honestly, like I said, just taking away the farmable weapons feature would just be one of the biggest steps backwards. To move on, number 3, and it is make exotics worthwhile, because we had quite a bit of exotics with Season of the Undying and Shadowkeep, and a lot of them. Okay, there's one that wasn't worthwhile, like with the Xenophage Moon Dungeon exotic. It was the dungeon exotic of from the moon. You can only get Xenophage from the dungeon from the moon. But the thing is, it wasn't worthwhile. Like people got the quest. Like people got the quest for the Xenophage, looked up the view on Xenophage, and they're like, oh well, if this exotic is absolute crap, then I'm just not gonna go for it, because I'm not gonna get and it makes complete sense, because they're not gonna waste their time going after an exotic. And I've seen guides on how to get the Xenophage. It looked like it would take a few hours for people to get it if they actually didn't look up the guide. So frankly, I think that the exotics should be more worthwhile, or give them a reason to be used. Like a lot of people like the Divinity Trace Rifle, the Divinity Garden of Salvation Raid Trace Rifle. That people, it's hard to acquire. A lot of people are actually wanting the Divinity and actually trying to go for the Divinity, because it has that utility factor of. And the Xenophage, there was nothing special about it. I know that in Season of the Dawn, it is going to get, I think it's a 50% damage buff, if I'm not mistaken. But it's going to get a damage buff regardless. So maybe it might be worth going for when Season of the Dawn launches. But right now, it is not worth going for. Like the Deathbringer exotic rocket launcher from the moon. It is worth going, well, because I would say it's okay if you really want it. Like, it is decent in PvP. That actually seems to be where the Deathbringer exotic rocket launcher seems to mostly shine. But in PvE, it is terrible in PvE. It doesn't output a lot of damage. Maybe if you had a Void Singe, maybe it's decent, but that's about it. If you had Void Singe with heavyweight, then maybe it would see some play, but that's about it. So maybe these exotics worthwhile. Now let's move on, and let's go to make the number 4 and make the season of the Dawn weapons worthwhile. And that sounds kind of weird to say, but I saw personally that the majority of people, personally, like a lot of people are going specifically for the pulse rifle in Season of the Undying. Like, I'm going for this pulse rifle, as you can see me in the background, but I'm not really focused on the hand cannon or the SMG or the scout rifle. Because this is like the pulse rifle, like, make the weapons worthwhile. Like, all I'm saying is just make some of the weapons worthwhile, because if nobody's gonna farm me, like if the majority of the players are gonna, like, obviously people are going for the hand cannon, SMG, etc. But I think the majority is going for the pulse rifle because it has the 2 perks that are amazing, which are multi-kill clip and feeding frenzy. None of the other Vex offensive can get multi-kill clip besides the scout rifle. But it is in the high impact frame, high damage, high recoil, so it doesn't need multi-kill clip at all. There's no reason for you to go for multi-kill clip on the scout rifle. Like moon hand cannon, the Eris Morn hand cannon from the moon. There's no reason for there to be multi-kill clip. It's still a worthwhile hand cannon, but I'm saying that make these weapons have perks that are, for one, make more sense to have, and make them worthwhile. Like the hand cannon from the Garden of Salvation raid. I'm seeing that hand cannon fly everywhere because of its it has one of the most unique recoil division stats. It is 100 out of 100 because some hand cannons recoil will slightly go to the left or the right. The Ancient Gospel Garden of Salvation raid hand cannon will go straight up. It's like straightly vertical. Like I can show you even with some of the other hand cannons that I have got on it, like Ace of Spades, for example. Like as you clearly see, it goes like it's slightly going to the left. It's that slight difference, but it's still that significant. It's still something that will muck you up overall. And overall, it is really just not fun to do that. So, make these well, give them a unique stat, because with Season of the Undying, once Season of the Undying goes, you cannot get the Pulse Rifle, the SMG, nothing of that anymore. So give them a unique stat, so maybe give them a unique stats to make them more, make people want them a little more. All I'm saying is make them more worthwhile, is all I'm saying. But time to move on to 5, which is either give new gun perks or new gun type. Because since Bungie is physically refusing to bring any new gun types to Destiny, bring some new perks. Like the most recent really good, like we had Full Court released. I think the last time we had really major added perks was Season of the Drifter with multi-kill clip. We had a lot of perks that were added, and everybody saw these perks as honestly either bring new perks or bring a new gun type, because it's all getting stale. Like on this Vex Offensive Auto Rifle that I managed to get. My nose is being an absolute arse today, by the way, sorry. But I went for literally a year 1, I'm pretty sure this is a year 1 god roll of Outlaw and Kill Clip. Like, I'm still going for those Destiny 2 year 1 launch god roll perks, I think. Hopefully I'm still right about this, but like it's starting to get stale how the majority of perks, like, it just feels kind of stale. The fact that we're still going for those vanilla perks most of the time, it just kind of makes the game stale, and it's not the greatest. So if Bunny's refusing to bring new gun types, bring new perks, like the Eris Morn grenade launcher, Love and Death from the moon. It could get a god roll Full Court, which is also another perk that was released, one of the newest perks, and it's actually good. And it could get, and the Eris Morn grenade launcher could get that perk. But what I'm saying is either bring new perks or new gun types, because it just feels like it's getting stale every time. And let's move on to number 6. And that is, bring some more Destiny 1 exotics. Yes, I just said that. Because there's a lot of people out there who actually want some Destiny 1 exotics returning. And some people are wanting the Hawkmoon exotic hand cannon to be returned into Destiny 2. All I'm saying is, bring some more Destiny 1 exotics to D2. Because I think they're kind of, and also, if you are gonna bring these to D1, either try to replicate them or give them completely new perks. Like, do whatever. but bring some D1 exotics back. I would personally love Hawkmoon returning, by the way. We had the most recent D1 exotic we had returning was the addition of the Monte Carlo auto rifle, which was actually really good. Like, we had that release, and it was, for one, it is actually good because it actually helps with your character build. Like, it helps with the builds, because like on a Titan, you can actually use that a lot easier. Actually, on a Warlock with the Sun Bracers exotic gauntlet armor. The exotic gauntlets, these Sun Bracers, you can get a melee kill and get a limited grenade energy, get a kill with Monte Carlo, and then get your melee ability back and get another kill with your melee ability and get your grenades back infinitely again. So it kind of helps with those builds. But I say bring some more Destiny 1 exotics back, because I think that it would bring some nostalgic to a lot of people. And it would just kind of, you know, to say that would make it a bit fun. And plus it would also, just don't make the, you know, if you are going to bring some D1 exotics back and you're going to make them into a exotic quest, like I said, just don't make either the exotic ain't gonna be the greatest, don't make the quest like 30 hours long, or you get the idea. Number 7, did kind of want to go 7. Oh yeah, number 7 was gonna be, sorry about my nose, by the way. I don't know what the hell is going on with my nose, but it's like whenever I record, it decides to be an absolute arse. But I want some of the old activities to be updated. Yes. Because it just feels like they're the exact same thing. And there's nothing new added to their loopholes. Nothing new added to their loopholes. Like, especially with a new strike. Like, we got a new strike with Shadowkeep. The Scarlet Keep. And not only was there just that strike added, they also made it, I think it's even on this week. Let me make sure that before I go ahead and assume things. Because people are going to get mad if I just assume things. As you can see, look, the Scarlet Keep, which is the newest Nightfall strike added with the moon. But there was no new Nightfall weapons. Like, seriously, there is no reason to go into this new Nightfall, because there is no new weapons in this Nightfall. It's just a Nightfall. Actually, a pretty difficult Nightfall. It's just a really hard Nightfall that has no new... If there was a Nightfall weapon introduced to the Scarlet Keep Nightfall, you would see a lot of people going for this weapon, because you would see that this Nightfall strike have a lot more play, or people absolutely just waiting for this Nightfall strike to make its rounds. Because if there's physically no new, like, Bungie seriously couldn't take the time to add one weapon to the Nightfall. Like, really? Like, if there's no new Nightfall weapons being added, then like why would I want to go into this actually really difficult strike? Even the normal strike is actually kind of difficult. Why would I want to go into the Nightfall version when there's no new weapons added? Like, it doesn't make any sense for me just to go to the Nightfall. Just, yes, it may be fun to go to Nightfall. It may give you a challenge, etc. But that's it. You aren't going to be majorly rewarded for that effort. You're just going to get normal Nightfall loot. Which, you're just going to get normal strike loot. Like, there's a emblem, and that's about it. There probably is a emblem, but that's about it. Like, that's, like, I'm not going to go to the Nightfall strike complete just to get an emblem. Like, add a Nightfall weapon. Go to the Vanguard, what's it called? Go to Zavala, because he is a vendor where you could do Nightfall strikes, etc. And you could get the tokens from the strikes. But There's no new weapons added. Like, give him some other weapon to his loop. Like, I'm looking at the, I was looking at the Vanguard weapons. I realized that he doesn't have a linear fusion rifle. Like, give him some other weapon to actually, like, update the loop. And but like the Crucible hasn't been updated. Actually, yeah, the Crucible and the Vanguard vendors have not been updated for basically, I think, Destiny launch. I think, if I'm honest. So honestly, I think updating those loop pools would be absolutely amazing. It would make these activities much more feel like they're much more sorry. It would make them feel like they are much more worthy to grind for and to get these specific weapons and, you know, have something else to go for. And number 8 I did want to go over is don't disappoint. Because this season of the Undying, because a lot of people who pre-ordered Shadowkeep are not disappointed because are not disappointed like me because I pre-ordered Shadowkeep. I wasn't disappointed because I got Shadowkeep and Season of the Undying. But here's the problem: you don't have to buy Shadowkeep. You could just buy the season pass and get the loot from there. But at the end, which is the Vex Offensive Final Assault, there was such a massive build-up to the final activity, and all they did was change the Vex Offensive Final Boss from a Minotaur to a Hydra. That's all they did. There is no new mechanics, nothing. It's the exact same mechanics. That's it. There's nothing new with this activity. All they did was change the boss. All they did was change the final boss. That's kind of a disappointment, if I'm honest. Honestly, I was kind of disappointed, even though I got pre-ordered Shadowkeep and I got Shadowkeep and Season of the Undying. I was disappointed with it. Like, in the end, I was disappointed with it. Because there's such this massive build-up. We had exotic quests, we had the dungeon, we had the raid, we had the normal Vex Offensive activity, and all of a sudden at the end, Bungie, like, all you just had to do is change the final boss. Like, really? Like, is that seriously all you can actually come up with? Like, I have played this game for so long. I know Bungie could do. We all know Bungie could do a hell of a job impressing the community. They just need to take their time. It feels like they kind of, I don't know. But yeah, just don't disappoint. Like, if you're gonna have a massive build-up, don't at the end of the season. Don't end at the season with something that's gonna disappoint your buyers. Cause it's just not gonna. It's just not gonna. For one, it's not gonna do well either way because what is it really gonna be is that people are gonna, like, people who wanna buy the game are gonna look at those reviews and mostly see the most recent reviews with Season of the Undying, and it's just not gonna look great. Like, seriously, it's just not. Like, I don't know. I just feel like they could have done a lot more with the ending of Season of the Undying, but all they did was decide to make a massive build up and then to disappoint the community right afterwards. Now, at the end of Season of the Undying, we do have some information about Season of the Dawn, but we have nothing else about the other 4 or 5 seasons that are coming up. Sorry about my nose, by the way. Should've got this fixed. Sorry, can I blow real quick? Give me a second, sorry. Blow my nose real quick, this is gonna make me bad. Sorry, guys. I'm really sorry about that, guys. I don't know what it is. My nose decided to be an absolute arse when I decided to record. I'm sorry. Really, I am. But, yeah, don't disappoint people. Like, I don't know. Honestly, I am honestly just one, like, and you are seriously hearing this from a 14-year-old. Like, why the hell are you hearing this from a 14-year-old? Like, seriously, can I say that right now? Like, you're hearing all this crap from a 14-year-old. Like, can I say that? Am I legally allowed to say that, guys? Hopefully I am. Anyway, yeah. This is what I wanted to kind of talk about because, honestly, this is one of the companies that I personally love. But as I was saying before, actually, I had a, when I split out a brain part, but, yeah. We have no other information about the other seasons coming up. All we have is this tiny bit of changes, buffs, and nerfs, and the changes coming with Season of the Dawn. But we have no information about the other seasons coming up. Some people are kind of I saw Rick Cactus complain about it. Not complain about it, but I would say that, you know, yes, it is good to have that communication with the Bungie development team and the community. Is that it is good for, yes, it is really nice, but isn't it also nice every now and then to get a random surprise every now and then? Can you guys just, like, think about that? Like, I would personally wouldn't mind if Bungie's not going to give us information about the next seasons, but if they're going to make the season, like, if the season is going to deliver and I got no information on it, like, I wouldn't complain. It would actually make it kind of fun, if I'm honest. I'm just looking at it like that, if I'm honest with you. But yeah. I know I kind of said I wanted to go over 6 things, but I wanted to go over everything that was on my mind. Like I said, you guys can call this copyright or whatever the hell you want to call it. I really don't give a damn. Like, this ain't really, this some I personally wanted to go over and kind of just talk about. Because I know Bungie can do a hell of a lot more, a hell of a job impressing the community, doing a lot to improve this game, and I know that they're doing the best they can, but, and I know that they are now solo, they have no Activision to help, or etc., but still, they could do a lot better job at impressing a lot of other people. They could do I know they could do a better job. Everybody who's been a Destiny player from the start can all know that Bungie is trying their hardest to impress, but we all know that they can succeed this easily. It's just, you know, just try that little harder, please. But yeah, that's all I want to talk about today. I even wrote this down in my journal just to write that. I will change the title to 8 things at some point, but anyway, that is all I wanted to talk over about Season of the Dawn, because I thought it was just kind of worthwhile to talk about. So, I hope you all did enjoy this video. If you did enjoy the video, why not leave that like rating for more videos just like this one right here. Either gameplay, my opinions and tips that are hopefully helpful. But like I said, if you did enjoy the video, leave a like. I will greatly appreciate it. And if you are new, hit that subscribe button, and if you are subscribed, hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification, because YouTube is too lazy to send you a notification regardless. Anyhow, like I said, if you enjoy, leave a like. I'll greatly appreciate it. If you are new, hit the subscribe button and hit that bell for the notes whenever I ever post, because YouTube is lazy. And I will see you all in the next video. Have a good day.